We are at Scholes Flats and we are looking at what the hell's going on there. Oh yeah, it's a river duggy, obviously. Some weird brickwork going on. So, where will we end up? So we get, oddly, to Wigan Little Theatre, which was built, Alliance Hall it says, and it was built in 1893, which is all a little odd. Well, odd couple of facts there for you, you could say. So across over the road, going down the side, we're heading towards Tesco now, still following the river duggy. This footpath has been out of use for a while due to the shenanigans going on at the hotel over the last few years, but it's open again now and we'll be able to get all our way to Tesco traffic lights. So we've opened up into a bit of an open area of what used to be, I would imagine at one point, quite a nice area for the residents of the hotel to relax, look out over a bit of greenery. Well, I don't think they'll be able to see the river. We need to go up this slope around here and that'll bring us to this set of traffic lights. So what's up here on this side of the bridge? We're now walking to the lights. We're going to cross over to there. So we are over. So we've crossed over and now we're going to go along the river duggy that goes underneath, well not underneath but alongside the Tesco car park. Just past a group of interesting people underneath the bridge, and an interesting smell, that's all I'll say. Anyway, now go over here, so we're actually going over the river duggy. And there's the bridge that we've just gone under. We're now on this side. And this, again, I mean, even though we're surrounded by, well, there's a road on my right, there's a car park on my left. Really peaceful. And literally been walking for about 5 minutes. Absolutely fabulous. Getting nearer now to the road. This is the road that takes you up to the hospital. There's Tesco. You go up them stairs, you're in the car park, and there's the store itself. Meanwhile, we will go around the corner and see where we end up. So we're underneath the road now. And again, another little bridge to cross back onto the other side, but we're going to keep on the right side. A little walkway up there as well. But we're going to keep on the right side and follow it. We'll see where it goes. Right, the duggy goes that way. We've got two choices. One is to go up, but that'll just bring us out into some area. The other one is to go down the bottom way. You can also go down there as well, but I imagine that gets flooded quite a lot, so we'll go this way. There's quite a lot of bluebells, possibly snowdrops, I don't know. Everywhere along this footpath, and they are quite a lot in Haigh woods as well at the moment, but they're very, very brief, and then they're gone like in a blink of an eye, or about a week. So literally all you can hear is nature. That's what I say about Wigan. It's such a wonderful place to live because the countryside is literally around the corner, and I mean every corner. You look at this wood. Did you even know this was here? Quite dense as well. It's quite level, the ground. It's a bit of a slope going on here, but not a massive slope. So yeah, the ground is pretty cool. Wow, look at that tree that's fallen some time ago by the looks of it. The Dougie's returned. I can hear it and just about see it through the trees. We've got some gates here. Some old cobbled, well, cobbles with some steps leading down to a bridge which goes over the river, and also we've got the dam as well. So a little bit further up you can see this retaining a wall, which basically is to stop the water flowing down freely and causing trouble further downstream. I imagine mainly flooding. The ground here though is a lot rougher and comparatively steep as well, because we are climbing a dam, so it kind of makes sense. So we're at the top of the dam now, looking down the other side. Don't know what them poles are there for. I thought they'd all gone back to Poland. So the footpath has gone back to being tarmacked, so if you'd gone over the bridge and round over there, I'm guessing you could have come round here along the top and then joined this footpath. So see where we're off to now. Oh, we got a sign here. What's this say? Pathway unlikely to flood. Oh, I should hope so. We're about 30 foot up in the air. Again, some really old steps going up. And then you've got this pathway which has now entered the tarmac and has gone into more well, soil, gravel, but still smooth. So we're now surrounded by woods completely. Another little footpath going up, so we carry on down here. Though it's a little bit cloudy today, and I imagine in the summertime this will be quite cool for a walk because of the canopies above once they're fully leafed up. Keep the sun off you. Oh, footpath's changed again. I think it's back to macadam. Now we've got, this is where the footpath goes a bit steeper and a bit rougher. So this might be the end of your walk if you're doing this one. In which case, it's took me about 20 minutes to get here. And over there, I think is Haigh, and the footpath that'll take you up to the hole, which we've done on a previous walk. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to go that way. I'll just say on a bit of a mix-up. Now this is quite steep, quite uneven, especially with the steps, but this side is smoother. But it is moderately steep. Well, then we get to where you have to use the steps. So not suitable if you're in a wheeled vehicle. Oh, definitely not. By vehicle I mean wheelchair or something similar. So that's the steps that were at the top, so you could come either way of this. Then you come down to the footbridge, which I think we've seen before in a previous video. So we're back into a feeder for the River Dougie. If you're really brave you can come down there, but it looks like cyclists are the only people daft enough to do that one. I've come that way now. And we are back in the plantation. Obviously you can mix and match these walks. So if you were coming this way, you could walk back down to the town centre down there, or up there even. Or you could go up and then walk down the main road, which is what I do if it's later on at night. But we're going to have a wander up here. Although you know what's up here. Even though it's only been a week or two since I did the pilot Wigan walks, you can see how greener it is here. And again in the summer when it's really hot, I'll make it slightly cooler because of the shade. Notice around here as well, because a lot of the bigger trees have fallen, you can see a log there in the middle of the picture, we've got a lot of new trees growing, which no doubt we can make this look completely different in 100 years or so. I'll let you know, I'll pop back and let you know. So we've come around the sharp corner, and this is a fairly steep hill, but again it's tarmacked so it's smooth to walk on. If you come from the plantation gates, then obviously it's pretty smooth once you get past the temporary footpath which is currently there. Another bit of a clearing with an old deceased tree. And again, just the sound of the birds. So I've got another mix and match session here. Make a go down that footpath, end up on the Whelley loop line, and then go under the bridge towards the canal. So walking away from the bridge, family cycling, having a lovely time. But this wooded area, even in a short period of time, is different. So if people ask me to do it, I will start doing them. Even in winter we'll start doing these walks, and then we can look at the changing landscape, even though it's the same landscape. This bit here's always intrigued me, or intrigued me. I'll get the coat. Just an area with nothing really growing in it, apart from these massive trees. I can only assume because of the daylight that they cut out, that nothing can grow down here, apart from a bramble. Yeah, just a natural, very open space. It's massive. So back on the main footpath again. Coming back up to the canal. So we're back at the canal. So if you turn right, you end up going all the way back to Wigan. If you turn left, you end up heading towards Chorley. So it's took 40 odd minutes to get this far. So again, you could probably get back in about an hour if you're going this way. Maybe a bit longer because it's a longer route. Just pace yourselves. Anyway, we're going to go this way. So we were mixing it up a bit. So the ground here has been recently restoned. It's a little uneven, but it's better than it was, and the main thing is it's not muddy. which it was considerably previously. Got the golf course the other side of the canal. You got this basin that we looked at on a previous walk. Again, it's all mix and matching. Do different routes, or you could just chill, take it easy. Why not? So, oh, I think they've lost the ball in the bush. But they've got a spare, because they ain't going to get it out of there. Right then, so we're going over the bridge. We're back on the other side. Now these stones feel deeper, so they are rougher. Doesn't look like much has gone on the canal today, because there's kind of a layer of what look like seeds, you know, dandelion style seeds on it. That's a dandelion seeds, and someone went ripple, ripple, ripple over there. Alright, looks like they've run out of stones. This is what it looked like before. And obviously when it's rained a lot, it's quite muddy. Golf course seems quite busy today. I suppose because it's nice. Walked along here quite well and I've not noticed the bendiness of this bit of the canal. I can only assume it's got something to do with the landowners at the time not wanting anyone to you know, be quiet, wait, let him take a shot. No, it's not took it, that was a practice. Anytime this week. And there you go. No applause from anyone, so I don't think it was necessarily a good shot, but I would know nothing about golf. Now this hole here, last year, or year before, I can't remember which, was it? Is it that hole? Anyway, one of these holes, there was a young lad, young guy and an older guy with white hair, and one of them did a very good shot, and they were literally, it was a memory made, it was like a forever memory, and they were jumping up and down, screaming and shouting with joy and hugging each other. It was sweet to see, although I did feel like you were prying a little bit. It's a little windy here because it's quite exposed, which I would imagine makes it more interesting for the golfers. Make it windy as well. Mind you, the canal probably makes it interesting for completely different reasons. Again, another quirky bend, or double bend, an S-bend. The footpath has remained similar, apart from that bit there, since the rock seemed to have disappeared. But we're now heading towards Red Rock, but we're not going all the way. See this bridge? Well, I'm going to see what's on the other side of it because I've never crossed this bridge before. Well, that's cheating to use my feet, but here we are, Bridge 61. Again, fairly smooth walking. So you go that way, and that takes you, I seem to Standish. You go this way. I don't think I've been up here before actually. I can recognise the houses. So we're saying goodbye to the canal anyway. We're going over a old bridge. And we're going to walk along this road and see where it spits us out. I think it's going to spit us out at the main entrance road to Haigh. But I could be wrong. Fairly uneven, but not. It's not impassable. It's It's moderately steep. We got some more bluebells. Now, the other day someone was taking pictures of the white flowers at Haigh. If you like nature, that's nice enough, isn't it? Right, I'm holding the phone flat so you can see the steepness of the hill. This is not for the faint-hearted. Another load of bluebells. I mean, they are literally everywhere. If I walk up here in 2 weeks, there'll be none. Again, holding the camera vertically. Yeah. So it changes back to tarmac as we carry on up this mysterious road. Not sure how, but there seems to be a bit of a golf course thing going on there. So have we walked through the middle of the golf course? Or are we just going to pop up in the car park of Haigh? Right. Still none the wiser as to what's going on. But again, more bluebells. There's definitely not a shortage of bluebells this year. Please tell me they are bluebells. Oh my god, this hill goes on forever. Again, holding it flat. Oh, I think we're at the end of the road nearly. But I've definitely got a sweat on. All the way down there. And it's not sunny. It's quite cloudy. But I'm out of breath. More than usual. This has been a climb and a half. So that is another golf course. Just no one on it. So is it like a private golf course? Nobody knows, but I think we're at the top of the road. Ah, there we go. So I can't go in there because I'm not a golfer. I can't go in there either because I'm not a golfer. So I have to go up here instead because I'm a pedestrian. Finally, we're off. We're at the top. So the car park for Haigh is just there. What you do when there's no footpath is you walk on the side of the opposing traffic, so you can see that they've seen you. And the cars on the other side of the road, as we're going to get now, should, in theory, not knock you over because you're on this side of the road. And there you go. The only time I do a variation of that is when it's a corner and I go on the outside of the corner, which this stretch is the same, but I like to have as much warning as I can rather than just appear in front of someone as they come round the corner. But that might not be in the highway code. So here we are at the car park, and it is an hour and 10 minutes since we started the walk. So we are now at the top end of the park, and we'll walk straight through to the Plantation gates. So all the various little attractions and things in the stables. And we're back here at this bizarre tree thing, of which there's the old one. It's all very peculiar. Got the hall here. Again, we've featured this numerous times on Wigan Watch, as well as Wigan Walks, which is a nice place though. It's nice to get in it. So we're at the front. A lot more people around than normal, but it has been a really nice Sunday, so that kind of makes sense. But again, you can see the amount of growth that's occurred on the hill next to the hall. So we're back on the footpath. I walked on the grass, to be fair, because there wasn't that many people behind me. But we're back on the footpath now, heading towards Plantation gates. To be fair, having thought about it, I'm not going to go on the Plantation Gates way. I'm going to go back on the Whelley loop and then walk down Canal back into Wigan. So that should take me another hour or so, and I've kind of lost count of the time as well, so it might be 2 hours, but I don't think it is. I've been walking. I do like these old gaslight lamp posts, which probably are now full of technology, LED, solar, all that kind of stuff, but they still give that appearance of ye olde worldy. The street I was brought up on, we had one of these at the bottom, and the council come along one day, it was blue, and just took it away, and there was uproar. The council, when approached, said they'd already destroyed it. So yeah, Tameside Council. Can't blame Wigan Council for that. And I mentioned earlier on about someone taking pictures of some flowers. Well, these are they. To be fair, there's a lot more open. Most of them were in the circular state. But very pretty if you like flowers. I'm not a big flower fan, but yeah, there are eats. I'm still not sure where that road goes to. Maybe one day I'll have to have a wander down there and see. I can't imagine it's going to be very exciting, to be fair. But I know where this road goes, and you know where this road goes. So I've come back down this footpath that splits off from the tarmac footpath, because as we realised it's a little bit quicker to get us down towards where we want to be. It's amazing how quick it goes green. I was talking about bluebells, saying how quickly they go. I'm pretty sure this the other day, although I didn't film it, had loads of bluebells on it, and they've all gone. Okay, we're back at the bridge now, which is the Canal bridge. So we've done a full circle going that way and then around the golf course. So if you go that way, you end up back eventually at Wigan, but we're going to go and cheat, and we're going to go down to the Whelley loop line, walk along that and cut out quite a bit of the canal, which is what you can do in Wigan. So we could go that way, or we could go this way, and this takes us to the cottages at the top of Plantation Road, for want of a better word, but it also takes us to the Whelley loop line. I've been trying to figure out the times, and I think I've been going for an hour and a half. Well, what I'm going to do from now on, the next walks, is tell you what time I start and then what time it is when I do my checkpoints. So it's less confusing for little old me. So here we are, we're on the road where you can park your car, but not on the double yellow lines obviously, and start your walks to various different places. Like I've shown today, you can mix and match your routes very easily indeed. It just makes it a little bit more interesting. It's the same walk, but different. And obviously the landscape's changing all the time. Again, look how dense this is getting. Now quickly it's happened. We come back here in the winter time, over we were here a few weeks ago. You'll be able to see right the way through these woods. Lady Mabel's. Now, no, I don't think we have crossed this, because the canal is up that way. So, yeah, it might be worth a nosy one day. Not today though, because we're coming to Whelley loop line again. That's kind. Someone's left a lot of water in a bowl out in case you're thirsty. I brought my own, although I've not actually had any of it. So we're back at the Whelley loop line. Go down the stairs. I've not done the stairs yet. These are fairly new, obviously. So we're on the loop line, and I'm baffled why that genuinely goes nowhere. Although it does look like it goes further than it did. Or does it? I don't know. Another day, another walk. Yeah, I thought about it and I'm like, nah, do it another time. So back on Whelley loop line, this is where we started all this off. With the Wigan walks. So you've seen most of this. If you haven't, have a look at the pilot or number 1. I'm not sure which one it was. Now I'm not sure, but I think this might be where, because that does look like, now look at it differently, an entrance to a tunnel. And what the contributor said is that this was a cut and cover. Now, I know what a cut and cover is because I've watched Secrets of the London Underground and they talk about cut and cover all the time. It's basically where they cut a channel in the ground and then build a tunnel and then cover it up again. So they've cut the ground and then they've covered it up, and that's what they've done here apparently. But obviously it's not here anymore. But it does explain why it looks like almost like the inside of a tunnel. Because technically it might be, although this might be the completely wrong area, in which case scrap everything I've just said and look at the bridge instead. So as we go under here, we've basically done a figure 8 from when we first walked over here. And now we're going to make it into an infinity loop or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, this is where it gets complicated because we've just gone under the bridge. But this looks like the other end of a tunnel. And I imagine, if I look closely, I will see some stone blocks. Which I do. So, how long was the tunnel? And, when it was finally demolished, did they build that grand bridge as some kind of compensation for the landowners at the time? So they had a really smart bridge to go over, because they lost access of going over because the tunnel had been taken away. I'm guessing here, but I think I'm right. Again, the ground is freshly laid gravel, and it's all very nice, just a bit noisy, but no doubt that will dissipate as the gravel settles in, particularly in the summer, probably melting a little bit to the asphalt underneath, a bit like this horse poo. So we're back here again at the junction. This was a motorway, I call it an interchange, but it's not a motorway, but we'll call it an interchange anyway. So we went down there last time and ended up at the Plantation gates. But if we go this way, we're going to end up at tiny Tesco, and hopefully be able to go underneath the bridge and then keep going until we get to the canal. At least that's the plan, and I do like it when a plan comes together. So the gravel is about to end, and we're now on tarmac. That is the church school thing that is opposite tiny Tesco when you get to the bottom of the hill where the speed camera is, and we are heading uphill now. Right then, so we are getting very close to a main road, first one we've encountered for quite a while. Aha, here we are at the bridge, and look, I was wondering why this wasn't a racetrack yet. They put something there that will stop the motorbikes. Yeah, right. So we're now through Whelley loop line. And this is the bit that takes you on to the canal. So my geography is not really good, but it doesn't matter because there's a sign there. So it says Whelley New Springs. So New Springs is over that way and Whelley is that way, and this is the Whelley loop line, so we're going to keep going. Quite a nice open bit here. There's houses just the other side of them trees, but on this side we've just passed some houses. You can hear the dogs barking, but again back to Woodland. And very pretty it is too. Back to houses again, although this side is now turned into woodland. Further away from New Springs, it's now 6 minutes away according to that sign. And I've been walking now for approximately 2 hours. So 2 hours, we're still going. So I think we're getting near to the canal now. Although I've only walked along here once before, with the footpath going off. But I think we're pretty much surrounded by some woods, which means we must be near the canal. Maybe not. Got a little dip coming up ahead. Looks like quite a steep one actually. That was a robin redbreast. Where's he gone? Oh, he's in the ground. Been a long while since I've seen one of them in the wild. Another road that goes off that way. We're carrying on this way. Got a housing estate there, and we've just come from that way. So I think that gate there is where the canal is. It would appear not, but I can see a white fence or something a bit further on. So maybe that is where the canal is. Yay! We're back. Crikey. So we've rejoined the canal in the middle of the flight of locks. So we're walking down, but not all the way, because we've dropped down quite a bit from the top lock. But obviously going downhill is always quicker than going uphill. So we're back here. You see it all the way down to the road there, where we've got the zebra crossing. Well, there is a zebra crossing. We haven't actually got a zebra crossing. That would be interesting. Coming up to the zebra crossing, and the gate's open, which is unusual. So over the zebra crossing, back on the canal. Another lot next to the spaceship monument. Another open gate. So we head to this lock. This row of terraced houses, which is right next to the canal. I can imagine they've seen some changes over the years. I thought we'd done well dodging the motorbikes on this walk. I can hear them in the distance, not that far away. Although now obviously they've gone quiet. There you go. So we're nearly back in Wigan. We can make out there the building that we've been looking at for Wigan Watch, and also for this walking series. So yes, we're nearly at the end of this walk. Started off in Scholes at about 20 to 5, and we're currently on 7 o'clock. So that's 2 hours and 20 minutes, which isn't bad at all. So this is the apartment block that they're building here, overlooking the canal, or underlooking the canal in the case of the ground floor. And here we are at the end of the canal part of this journey. And what we're going to do now is go back to the starting point. So you go over there and that takes you off to Wigan Pier. We're not doing Wigan Pier, we're going back to Scholes. Now the lights at Lidl are not pedestrian friendly, but I'm going to have to cross them. So here are these lights, wish me luck. I made it across. Mainly due to the fact there was very little traffic going on. So we're walking back to where we started this off. Didn't know that was there, Thai food store. And that'll be the end, but don't forget, there'll be lots more coming, and a few I've already done. There are the newly refurbished, replaced traffic lights, but we're going to cut through here. Just basically cutting the corner. So we come round here. It's not a blue plaque, but what would these guys think what's going on at the moment in the world? I dare say they would not be overly impressed. Especially with the and their friends died for where we are now. At least we forget. And here we are, where it all started. Now, it took me 2.5 to 3/4 hours to do this, and if you to follow it completely the way I did, you'd be mad, because that hill's a killer. But other than that, you could probably do it in 2 hours or less if you don't stop. I had to stop a few times for waiting for people to get out of the way so I could film. And yeah, that is it. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. I'll be doing more of these, so please like, share, subscribe, check out the playlist, including the Wigan Watch playlist as well. And I'll see you all again next time. Until then, goodbye.